Hey, why is all your stuff gone? After our daughter graduated from high school, I graduated from you. What? Why are you doing this so suddenly? Suddenly? You went so far to distance yourself from Sunny and I, or were you so focused on your affair that you didn't notice? Huh? My name is Peter. I'm a 37-year-old businessman. I've been married to my wife, Cecilia, for 10 years. We met through work. At the time, she was the representative of one of my company's partner firms. She is 5 years older than me and felt like a very mature woman. I usually liked older women, so maybe that's why she stood out to me so much. Cecilia asked me out on a dinner date. I could already imagine dating and getting married to her. When we first began dating, she told me she had a child. She had a 5-year-old daughter named Sunny. She had divorced Sunny's father after he had cheated on her. Honestly, I was surprised, but it made me happy that she was open about these sorts of private matters so early on. It made me like her even more. When we began to date, I also met Sunny for the first time. I expected she would be guarded or shy when she first met me, but she was very outgoing and spoke to me a lot. If this is what her daughter's like, I thought Cecilia and I would have a happy relationship. I continued imagining what it would be like being married to her. After 1 year of dating, Cecilia told me she wanted to get married, and we did. After we got married, Cecilia asked me to change my job so that I could spend as much time at home as possible. Until now, my parents have been helping out with taking care of Sunny, but I can't keep relying on them forever. You want her to call you Dad soon, right? That was true. No matter how good a kid Sunny was, if she spent every day at her grandparents' house, it would probably take her more time to accept me as her father. And if she grew older before we became close, we'd probably never be able to bridge that gap. Cecilia's parents were getting old as well, so taking care of a small child was a big burden on them. I mulled it over for a while, but eventually I listened to Cecilia and found a new job that I could do from home. From then on, Sunny and I began spending a lot of time together. Sunny, what do you want to do today? Let's draw. Sounds good. I'll bring the crayons. Hey, you're really good at this. Is that a flower? Yeah, I love flowers. Really? Why don't we have a snack now? Yay, snack time! Sunny was a really good kid who quickly opened her heart up to me. Because I worked from home, we spent the whole day together, and she very quickly began calling me Dad. The first time she called me Dad, I almost cried. I thought to myself that this must be fatherhood. As I spent more time with Sunny, I felt like my heart was growing bigger and bigger. I believe that love has nothing to do with blood relations. I loved her as if she was my real daughter. Time flew by, and now Sunny is already 15 years old. She was 5 when we first met, so it's already been 10 years. She's a freshman in high school now. I'm sure time will continue to pass in the blink of an eye. She'll graduate high school, then university, get a job, and then get married. Thinking about it, she could do all that within the next 10 years. I consider the time I spent with Sunny every day to be very precious. Sunny is preparing for exams now, so most days she goes to after-school tutoring after she finishes her extracurriculars. Usually, she doesn't make it back home until 8 p.m. I'm proud of her for being so serious about her studying. Welcome home, dinner is ready. I'm finally home. Mom still isn't back? She has to work overtime again today. Let's not wait for her to eat. Sunny seems a bit down. Sunny, did something happen? Huh? It just seemed like something might have happened. No, it's nothing. I'm hungry. What's for dinner tonight? I made chicken pasta. Nice. I love your chicken pasta. Sunny's smile seemed a bit forced. After being by her side for 10 years, I could recognize this sort of thing. I wonder if something happened at school. I'm worried, but I can't force her to tell me. I need to wait for the right moment to talk to her about it naturally. But a month later, something happened that I could never have imagined. That day, I had to go to my parents' house, and I didn't make it back home until around 7 p.m. When I made it home, I could hear voices arguing. Cecilia and Sunny were fighting. Not understanding what was happening, I rushed in between them to calm them down. Hey, you two, what's going on? I don't care about Mom anymore. How can you speak to your mother with that attitude? Sunny went to her room and slammed the door shut. Sunny, I began questioning my wife. Hey, what on earth happened? This is the first time I'm ever seeing you yell like this. Sunny also has never been the rebellious type. It's nothing. Cecilia avoided my gaze. If it was really nothing, you two wouldn't be fighting like this. I'm your husband and Sunny's father. Please explain everything to me. If it's about Sunny's future, I can maybe... Didn't I tell you it was nothing? Stop prying. My wife began walking away. Hey, where are you going? I'm leaving. I'll eat somewhere outside. Well, wait. No matter how I tried to stop her, Cecilia left the house. I had no choice, so I quickly got to making dinner and called Sunny when it was ready. She first said she didn't want to eat, but when I told her it was just the two of us, she stepped out of her room. Hey, did something happen? I tried asking as we were in the middle of eating. Sunny stayed silent. I don't want to talk to you about it. I felt a bit sad. I thought Sunny and I were closer to each other than that. Why did she fight with her mom? I was curious, but neither of them would tell me anything about it. Afterwards, Sunny barely spoke to Cecilia and I. I understood that she was fighting with her mom, but it made me sad that she was distancing herself from me, too. It's not good for a relationship between parents and their child to stay like this, so after some time passed, I spoke to my wife about it. About Sunny, we can't leave things like this. With an annoyed tone, Cecilia said something ridiculous. I don't care about Sunny anymore. I couldn't believe my ears. What are you saying? She's your daughter. It's Sunny's fault. I had nothing to do with it. It's up to us as her parents to solve this. Why do I need to care so much about her? I was disgusted. It's only natural that people fight sometimes. In every family, parents and children end up arguing at least once. Being able to resolve one's differences and get along again is what it means to be a family. Holding on to useless grudges and not wanting to speak to her own daughter, I was angry at my wife. If you act like that, of course Sunny won't want to talk to you. What? Are you saying it's my fault? Yeah, you won't speak to her, so don't you think you're at fault? If something is wrong, tell me. Why are you keeping me out of this? Without thinking, I ended up crying. You're being annoying. This is a problem between Sunny and I. Cecilia said that and stepped out of the house. Why won't she tell me anything? All alone, I crouched on the floor and cried. I heard the front door opening. Sunny, sorry, I'll start making dinner. I wiped away my tears and walked into the kitchen. Dad, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were so sad. Sunny, I'll tell you what Mom and I were fighting about. Sunny began to explain. That day, I saw her. After class, my friends and I biked to a fast food restaurant and we sat down to eat at a table next to the window. As we ate, I saw Mom walk by holding hands with a man I didn't recognize. When I got home, I asked Mom what was going on and we ended up arguing. Really? So that's what happened. Dad, I'm sorry for not telling you and acting so distant. I wasn't sure what I should do. I hugged Sunny tightly. I'm sorry for putting you through that. It must have been hard keeping that to yourself. Sunny began to cry. I also couldn't stop my tears, so for a while we both cried together. We finally calmed down a bit. I don't think I can stay married to your mom, but I want to be with you. What do you think? I also want to live with you. If my mom is breaking apart our family to live with another man, I don't want to live with her anymore. I was happy that my daughter chose me. In my heart, I decided I would take care of her forever. In this case, I first need to find myself a new job. I quickly began to act. I applied for a good-paying clerical job, and to my surprise, I was hired at the first try. I had some gaps in my resume. I soon began my new job. After my fight with Cecilia, we began talking less. She would leave the house early in the morning and not return until late at night. That's why she didn't know I had started a new office job. My daughter and I became even closer than before. On weekends, we would go house viewing and have fun stopping for lunch or shopping on the way home. We chose a new home, and Sunny's passed her exams successfully. It was time to say goodbye to Cecilia. Around that time, Cecilia came to apologize to me. I'm sorry, I have to go on a business trip on the day of Sunny's graduation. Really? It's a shame, but I guess there's nothing we can do about it. I'm sorry. The way she spoke, she didn't seem sad at all, which made me angry, but at this point, I didn't care about her anymore. I had already hired a private investigator and had collected photo proof of her affair. I knew that she didn't have a business trip and that she planned on going on vacation with her lover. Cecilia thought she was hiding everything well, but I would look through her phone when she was in the bathroom. She had a password on her phone, but it was her birthday, so it was easy to guess. I looked through her texts and found out that she and her lover planned on going on a trip together on the day of Sunny's graduation. Sunny also didn't seem to care that her mom wouldn't be attending. After Sunny's graduation finished, we packed our things and moved out of the house. Cecilia went on a 3-day, 2-night trip, so she would probably see the divorce papers I had left on our dining table the day after next. A few days later, Cecilia called me as I had expected. Hey, why is all your stuff gone? And what do these divorce papers mean? They mean exactly what you think they do. I can't keep living with you, so I want us to get divorced. What? So you packed your things and left? Yeah, that's right. Sunny also said she doesn't want to live with you anymore. After our daughter graduated from her school, I graduated from you. What? What? Why are you doing this so suddenly? Suddenly? You went so far to distance yourself from Sunny and I, or were you so focused on your affair that you didn't notice? Sunny told me everything. Well, that is, Sunny was making a mistake, so I was correcting her. Sorry, but I have evidence from a private investigator, so you can't talk your way out of this. Huh? You skipped our daughter's graduation to go on a trip with your lover, but it's time you returned back to reality. I will claim alimony and child support from you, and I have sent all the proof of your affair to your office. If you sent it to my office, I'll be in trouble. Please don't. Even if you say that, I don't know your lover's address, so I had no choice but to send the documents there. It's your fault for having an affair with your coworker. What? Wait, I was wrong. He just charmed me. Please forgive me. As my wife began to beg, Sunny took the phone. There's no way we're forgiving you. You betrayed Dad and I. You should have known you were going to break apart our family by having this affair. It's time for you to take responsibility for your actions. You should have expected you'd be punished for this. Sunny said that and hung up the phone. Cecilia called again immediately after, but we ignored her and blocked her number. Sunny had spoken like someone who's been through a lot, not like any regular teenager. My daughter had grown up so much without even me realizing. Afterwards, with the help of my lawyer, I pressed my wife for the divorce. Of course, I also claimed alimony and child support from her. Cecilia resisted until the very end, but she didn't want to go through a lawsuit, so we were finally able to wrap things up. She paid the alimony and child support in a single payment. I also requested alimony from her lover, and he paid it all. Everyone at Cecilia's work found out about her affair, so her salary was decreased and she was transferred to another office. Apart from feeling ashamed that he had to pay me compensation, the way all his colleagues sneered at him also pressured him, so Cecilia's lover ended up quitting his job. Well, that was the punishment they deserved. Sunny and I are living comfortably in our new apartment. We live close to her school, so she's able to easily hang out with friends. Even if my daughter and I aren't related by blood, we are as close as a real father and daughter. I hope we continue to support each other and live happily together. Thank you for watching. Did you enjoy today's story? If you did, please subscribe to our channel below. See you next time.